But first tonight, the countdown is on until Australia's largest coal-fired power station shuts down. Its closure slated for just 2 years' time. It's a major problem because Eraring, owned by Origin, provides 20% of the energy in New South Wales. And its closure will send already high power bills soaring. With less than 3 weeks until polling day, keeping the lights on has become a major issue in the New South Wales election campaign. Today, Labor leader Chris Minns went on Talkback Radio with Ben Fordham and said Labor would actually consider buying back the coal plant.
Are you open to buying back Australia's largest coal plant?
Well, Ben, I'm not going to let the power run out in New South Wales, and I'm not going to rule it out. Now, it might be a negotiation between the government and a private company, and I acknowledge that before the election. I'm putting that out there. We can't be in a situation where industry and households have to pay even more exorbitant prices as a result of privatisation.
And he said that twice. It is really quite a stunning comment. A future Labor Premier putting on the table the option of buying back a major coal-fired power station, admitting there may not be enough dispatchable power in the system to keep the lights on. Treasurer and Energy Minister Matt Kean was also quoted today saying that he's open to extending Eraring's lifespan. But it wasn't even midday before Kean had backtracked on his position. He now says he's not planning to keep open the country's largest coal-fired power station. His office says any suggestion is rubbish. Instead, they say a super battery will take its place. Now, these two positions taken today by the New South Wales government and the opposition ahead of a very tight poll are astonishing. You have the New South Wales Coalition taking a more progressive energy position than Labor, while Labor under Chris Minns is actually leaving open the option of extending the coal-fired power. Not just extending, but owning a coal-fired power station. With power bills soaring and blackouts a looming issue, Minns's comments today on Ben Fordham's show are going to win him a lot of votes. I spoke to Matt Kean about why he knocked back Eraring's request for more financial assistance at the time when they announced the coal station would be closing. He ruled it out then, a year ago, and claimed he was firmly acting in the public interest. This is clearly in the public interest if the state's largest coal-fired power station that provides 1/5 of our energy wanted to extend its life cycle and sought financial support from the New South Wales government, but it wasn't provided. Why was that?
Because we considered a number of options, obviously I'm not going to go into that, that had to weigh up the impact that they would have on taxpayers, the impact they would have on electricity users. Now, we considered those options, they were all on the table, and the decision was taken on the option that was in the best interests of the people of New South Wales.
How can this be in the best interests of the people of New South Wales if you yourself are concerned about power prices and energy security and reliability, which is why you said you were disappointed with the early closure?
We know the best way to put downward pressure on electricity prices is to build additional supply.
But this is taking 1/5 of our supply out of the market.
Well, that's why we need to build additional supply, and we've got a mechanism to do exactly that.
You don't have a plan to fill that gap in just 3 years, which is when Eraring shuts down.
We have a very clear plan. What we did was work with the Australian Energy Market Operator, the engineers that run the electricity system, to design a scheme that will free up additional capacity in our transmission network.